Small gestures at first. He asked before borrowing things. He returned items promptly, and he even offered to help with household errands without being asked. I could see a shift in his demeanor, a quiet acknowledgement that the previous behavior had consequences. It wasn't perfection. There were still moments of carelessness, but the change was consistent enough to notice. I reflected on how incidents like this reveal character over time. A single mistake, even one as dramatic as trying to take my car permanently, doesn't necessarily define a person, but the way someone responds afterward can. In observing him, I realized he was learning accountability the hard way, and that sometimes boundaries had to be enforced firmly before lessons would stick. I also found myself adjusting emotionally. The fear and anger that had gripped me immediately after discovering his intentions slowly transformed into a cautious optimism. I began to allow him small privileges again, like using my tools or borrowing my laptop with explicit permission, watching carefully to ensure agreements were respected. I documented these instances in my journal, noting what worked, what didn't, and how his behavior evolved. It became clear that while trust is fragile, it can be rebuilt incrementally through consistent action and clear communication. Family interactions became more nuanced as well. My parents expressed relief, but also curiosity. Would he truly change? Or was this a temporary phase? I saw that he was conscious of their observations, and sometimes his efforts seemed motivated by their expectations, rather than an internal shift. That was fine. Growth often starts externally before it becomes internalized. Social gatherings with extended family tested the new boundaries too. I observed him around cousins and friends, noting when he displayed responsible behavior versus when old habits tried to resurface. Each successful instance of self-restraint felt like a victory, both for him and for me, reaffirming that my strict stance had been necessary. It was a slow process, a delicate balance of oversight, guidance, and patience. I reminded myself that while he was my brother, he was also an individual learning from his own mistakes. Watching him navigate this period of accountability gave me insight into human nature, family dynamics, and the ways in which trust, once broken, can be cautiously restored through deliberate effort. By the time the 9th month rolled around since the BMW incident, the atmosphere at home had changed noticeably. My brother no longer made careless comments about taking my possessions or making impulsive decisions regarding my things. He even began volunteering to help with tasks that once would have been off-limits, like moving furniture or handling deliveries. These actions were small, but they carried weight. I realized that his understanding of responsibility had grown, shaped by the boundaries I had firmly enforced.